Victory Road, Operation Starfall, and the Path of Legends are the three main plot lines that Pokémon Scarlet and Violet quickly draws your attention to. But if you have tunnel vision and simply concentrate on those, you'll miss out on some of the game's most fascinating characters, the teachers. Although it may seem like the teachers at the Academy only provide tutorials to help inexperienced players learn the game, each instructor has a unique personality and complete side quests that give them additional depth as characters. So let's see which among these teachers deserves a delicious, shining apple and who you don't want to run across after class. Salvatore is by far the least entertaining instructor at the Academy. Despite his neat appearance and great Raichu pin, he doesn't stick out in any way. When you first meet him outside of class, you assist him in healing a Palmy and gaining its trust. Shouldn't he already have that kind of experience as a fully grown adult Pokémon trainer? What's worse, he takes language classes. Usually, it involves learning basic expressions in everyday languages. But after his midterm, he pulls out Pikachu. Then you must read the material that is related to it, listen to its sound, look at its face, and determine its emotions. You're more likely to answer incorrectly because only Pikachu consistently appears and sounds pleased. Salvatore is at best dull and at worst annoying. The pin would still be fantastic, though. Since he created the Pokédex app, teaches biology, and serves as both your homeroom and biology instructor, Jack is both the first teacher fans encountered and the one you'll spend the most time with. He is, however, not really fascinating. That is not to argue that Jack is a bad person. He is kind and devoted to his work, frequently procrastinating in favor of doing extensive study. Who has a problem with that? Simply said, he doesn't have all that much else to offer. The Pokédex must be finished in order to complete all of his side objectives, although you were probably going to do that anyhow. We never discover anything personal about him, but it does help put you in the correct way. When you catch a lot of Pokémon, don't forget to stop by him because he does offer some worthwhile gifts. Who would have thought that a math teacher in a Pokémon game would be so fascinating? Time, the sister of the Ghost-type gym leader Rhyme, is an expert in Rock-type Pokémon and a previous gym leader herself. Her classes are perhaps the most helpful in the game because they show players how to calculate damage and make use of Pokemart rules. When Time is asked why she left by a student fan outside of class, her history as a gym leader is brought up. It offers an intriguing look at the reasons why famous people finally leave the spotlight. Time is an excellent instructor who genuinely makes arithmetic in Pokémon enjoyable. Due to the fact that Dendra's fighting type squad is actually quite formidable, she has earned the role of combat studies instructor. She constantly wears a black and gold tracksuit and has a scar on her face. Dendra has a rugged, athletic demeanor, but is actually rather silly. Dendra has a contagious smile and strives to excel in everything. She strives to perfect her sandwich-making skills whenever you engage with her outside of class at the Academy because the one she cooked for you was particularly offensive. She also appears in the Tulips Gym Challenge because she defeated her in a battle. Dendra is a lot of fun because, despite her failures, she faces each obstacle head-on and with a smile. Next to Salvatore, Miriam could have the most unoriginal appearance. A charming nurse with pink hair? Pokémon has never done it before, for sure. Her character development more than makes up for this, though. Miriam is completely relatable, in contrast to other teachers who can have absurd objectives like being a sandwich maker. Miriam initially applied for the position of health teacher, but she failed the qualifying exam and was subsequently recruited as the school nurse. She wants to be a teacher, but despite having tried numerous times and failing, she is giving up. What is the purpose? Anyone who first began playing Pokémon in the earlier generations would be able to identify with this emotion. What purpose do we have for living? Do we belong anywhere? We feel as though we might be able to overcome this if we can only help Miriam. Hassel is an emotive trainer with unquestionably the strongest resume among the Academy personnel. He is the strongest member of the Elite Four and also works as an art teacher. Although these are wonderful additions, Hassel's history of disobedience makes him the most intriguing. Hassel, a long line of dragon-type trainers in a distant land, went away to become a musician. Finally, he arrived in Paldea, where he fell in love with teaching and decided to stay. A dragon tamer will frequently enter school grounds during contacts with him outside of class to persuade him to go home to his family. Because of the affection and support he receives from his students, Hassel ultimately decides to remain. This entire experience serves as a reminder of how crucial it is to carve your own path in life. Take a look at this dude first. Saguaro is undoubtedly the Academy's toughest-looking instructor, with a body, scowl, and facial hair that rival Drayden. That is why it is so fantastic that he teaches home economics. The beginning of Saguaro's quest is acceptance. Yes, he appears stern and irate, yet he adores his pupils in cooking, particularly sweet dishes. He is hesitant to admit to pupils that he favors sweet cuisine than spicy food due to his reputation. But as soon as he does, they find it amusing. It makes me feel so happy to see Saguaro appreciated for who he really is. It's also unusual for a man trainer because his Academy Ace tournament team consists completely of women. Use that information however you see fit. The history and knowledge that are hidden throughout the games is one of the best things about Pokémon. A lot of it can be discovered through Rayford, the history teacher. Although she has a small amount of vanity, the player is made eager for their trek into the big crater by her love for Paldea's past. She also inspires us to continue the quest for the 4 treasures of Ruin, 4 legendary Pokémon with exceptional stats and potent abilities in the post-game. Her amazing attire, which honors legendary Pokémon from throughout the series, matches her passion of the Ruinous Quartet. Seriously, the Pokémon Company will lose out on a good chunk of dough if they don't start selling the Lunala belt buckle, Articuno necklace, and Marshadow hairpiece soon. She is the best instructor in the entire Academy, thanks to her breadth of knowledge, optional tasks, and superb character design.